Hey guys, so yesterday I made a video feeding Abby lotion and baking soda food, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to try to find the butter zone, or the perfect zone, of the baking soda and lotion food. And for me, the butter zone is going to be pretty much just enough baking soda so that it's not going to bleed through onto the paper, and I have some paper towels here to test that, but not so much that it's going to be gritty, and I'm going to test that once I find the spot where it's not wet anymore. So first, so I've got this plate already colored orange, so I'm going to make orange food just so it'll be easy to see. The first thing I'm going to do is put on 4 parts lotion. So there's, and take this other spoon right here, hang on, just scrape that into there. So it's 1, 2, and you don't have to use a spoon this size, as long as you're using the same ratio, you should be fine. You can make as little or as much food as you want. So there's 3. I think I'm actually going to stay with 3. So I'm just going to try to scrape off some of this. So there we go. So I'm starting with 3 parts lotion, and I'm actually going to dry the spoon off because I'm going to be using it for the baking soda too. And so this would be my measuring spoon. I'm going to take this spoon that I was using before and just kind of mix the orange into the lotion, just so that I can see it kind of evenly throughout all the tests. And you guys can test this yourself too, like maybe if you don't mind your packets getting a little wet but you would rather have less baking soda, and you can do, you know, as much or as little as you want. I'm just trying to find what I think would be best. So I'm gonna mix, it kind of looks like orange creamsicle flavored, so maybe this will be a dessert or something. That would be good. Would you like to try orange creamsicle, Abby? Yeah. She's playing Tea Party over there by herself, so I could make this video. And she's still in her little costume. You gotta show them how you're still in your costume? Okay. So, she's still in her little outfit. You're crazy. I know, Mommy. Right, go back to playing Tea Party, so Mommy can work on her video. You can see this gets up the washable marker really well, like the plate is back to being white. So, just gonna try to mix this in, get this up. There we go. So, yeah. So there's all that, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my measuring spoon, which is the same spoon I used to measure the lotion, and I'm going to add 1 spoonful of baking soda or baking powder, whatever you're using. There we go. So there's 1 spoonful. Now I'm going to mix it in. Make sure you get it mixed thoroughly. And I'm using paper towels instead of actual paper because I figure paper isn't super absorbent, but paper towel was meant to be really absorbent. So like if it's going to absorb into paper towel, it's probably going to absorb into paper. And then that way, you know, I can know that I've added too much lotion or not. So I'm just going to take a little bit here and just put a little bit onto this and onto this little piece of paper towel here and flip it over, and it's not getting wet, it looks like. Let me squish it a little bit. Okay, it's getting a little bit wet, so I'll probably let it sit for a little bit. I might have to get some actual paper because this may not work as well. Hang on. I'm going to pause this for a minute and see what's going on. Okay, so I went and got some actual printer paper to see if that would change it. Because this doesn't seem, it seems to be bleeding through, but not a lot. So I'm going to try to add little bit of this to the printer paper and just see what that does. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of plain lotion. I should have added orange lotion first, but I forgot. So there's plain lotion. And see what's going on. So yeah, it's starting to get a little wet. I'm going to try to like squish it down. So, okay, well maybe you don't need a lot of baking powder. So, you guys can't really see, but it's not really wet. Like even underneath the lotion, it's not really wet. But I'm not sure that that stuff being that wet would be easy to get off of a piece of paper, which would be important too. Because that'd probably just stick to the inside. So yeah, apparently you don't need very much. Apparently you probably don't need any baking soda, but I want to add a little bit more. And actually I should try to see what it's going to look like on a dish. Like if I use a little bit of that. So I've got this. I'm just going to add some of the food. And I got to put some water in her bottle. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this, guys. I wasn't expecting it to be this easy. I was expecting to have to put in like 4 or 5 spoonfuls of baking soda. So yeah, it's a lot less than I thought it would be. Results. So, I'm gonna add some water to this as if I was going to be making food. Try to mix this in. And yeah, it's already, I can feel the baking soda in there. And gotta mix it in some. Oh, but it's already gritty. It's like I haven't even added anything and it's gritty. So that's a little weird to me. And actually, it is starting to get the paper wet on the other side. So I think I will add some more, because this is not great. And you can see it's very thin food. You can kind of see the stripes through this plate. I would like to not be able to see the stripes, honestly. So I think I'm going to add more. And it actually mixes in pretty well at this level. So you can see there's not a lot of residue on the spoon. So you can pretty much do it at any level you want. But if you're going to be trying to keep it for a while, this is getting the paper wet. So, actually for the next one, I'm going to take my washable marker that I have for the next test. I'm going to draw a little bit on the back, because then if it bleeds, then I'll know that it's getting the paper wet. So there you go. I just drew a little bit of blue on the back with the paper. And there. So I'll put it over the blue. And I'm going to add another spoonful of baking soda. Oop. And mix that in. And I'm actually going to clean off this plate for a second first. Yeah, paper towel does not soak this stuff up. So, yeah, mix this in. So this makes it 3 parts lotion to 1 part baking soda. And it's still recording, yay! And coloring is just however much coloring you want it to have. So, coloring is not important. You really don't even need to color it. I just wanted to. So it's mixed in pretty well now, I think. So, we're going to try this out here. I got a little scoopful. I'm just going to dab some right there. It kind of flopped over. That's okay. I'm going to mix a little bit on this dish. So, got some on there. Gonna add some water. I'm gonna mix this in. It's gonna be annoying to try to do that in front of the camera, sorry. It's really hard because I'm trying to fit all this stuff in front of my little camera, and it doesn't work very well. So I'm gonna put this paper here. Actually, check on the back. This still seems to be in good shape. Move this back so I can mix this in front of you guys. I've mixed it a little bit, so I'm gonna try to mix it again. And I think any amount of baking soda is gonna make it really, I'm gonna call it sandy, because that's kind of what it feels like. It kind of feels like there's sand at the bottom. So yeah, this is a little bit thicker than the other one, and it does kind of have that swirling on it that if you watched my other video, you would have seen in the food. And it is very thick. It's still not leaving residue, so that's good. But it's still pretty clear, so that's not as good, but whatever. I'm gonna clean off the plate, and then check on the thing, and it does look like it's getting a little bit damp, but the blue isn't moving, so I think I'm pretty much just gonna not do the paper running through thing, because it's not gonna run through. So I'm gonna add some more of this, because it still would be not very great in a packet, so I'm gonna add some more baking soda, another spoonful, and mix it in. And I'm probably gonna add a couple spoonfuls before I actually test it again for food, because I definitely want it to a point where it's gonna look kind of powdery, because if you're to put this in a packet, this is not coming out of the packet unless you squeezed it out, and that would be weird. So this is 1 part to 1 part, and it's not great. So I'm gonna make it 3 parts to 4 parts. Mix it in. This is going to be a pretty long video because it's already 12 minutes and I'm probably not even halfway to where I want to be. So yeah, this still doesn't seem great. And this is 3 to 4. I'm going to try to congregate this a little bit. This is sticking to my spoon a lot, and I kind of would prefer it didn't do that. Because that means it's going to be sticking to everything it touches. So, got it all kind of here, and I'm actually going to push it to the middle. I was going to say I have it here on the side, but then it's just going to spill over. It's going to be annoying because I'd have to get it off my carpet, my rug. It would be really annoying. So I've got a lot of it in the middle, and I'm going to add another spoonful, making this 3 to 5. So I'm glad I didn't put in 4 spoonfuls of of lotion like I was originally thinking. So yeah, it's annoying. Mix this in. And that's still not what I'm looking for. So I would pause it, but by the time I get there, it's probably going to be forever, and my phone's going to have shut off. So I'm actually going to add 2. This makes it 3 to 7. And if this works, I'm going to be kind of annoyed, so. Hang on, where's my little knife? Because my spoon is starting to get really clumpy. So I'm going to use my little doll butter knife here and just kind of clean it off some. So, it definitely still smells like lotion, which isn't a bad thing. Just kind of annoying. So I'm not sure I really like this method. But I mean, maybe if I give it a chance for a while, I'll like it better. Because at first I hated the flour method. Yes, no, I hated the flour method at first, and then I kind of started using it more, and now I kind of like it. Because Abby seems to eat it really, really well. So yeah, gonna clean the spoon off again, and I probably should use my knife instead of this other spoon. But who cares, because I'm lazy. I'm going to add one more spoonful of baking soda right now. And this makes it 3 to 8. So, just try to spread that around. And it's not sticking to the plate as bad anymore, which is good. I think it's still sticking to my spoon a lot more than I would have wanted. But whatever. And it's starting to look a lot more powdery. So, I mean, it's not super bad. But I'm going to add another spoonful anyway. And this video has already been going on for over 15 minutes, and it's literally just been me pretty much putting baking soda onto a plate and mixing it in. So yeah, that's not actually great, so it's annoying. So yeah, not a ton to talk about right now. This video is pre-recorded, so I recorded this on Sunday. You're going to be seeing it on Monday, because I'm not going to be making videos on Monday, because it's going to be my birthday, so I decided to be really nice and pre-record some stuff, so. And this is getting to the point where it feels like blubber. Like, if you've ever played with blubber, you could probably make blubber by doing this. It's not super sticky anymore, so you can actually play with it with your hands, kind of. I mean, it probably needs a little bit more before, like, if you're gonna act like this was blubber, I think this is, I'm gonna add another scoop. This is gonna be, like, 1 to 3, a 1 to 3 ratio, so. But if you were gonna make blubber, like homemade blubber, this is probably how I would do it, because it seems to work really well. You'd probably just want to add, like, a lot of baking soda. And it's starting to get really pale, just because I've added so much baking soda. So you probably want to add a lot more food coloring. If you're going to be keeping it in a packet. If you're going to be making it right away, I would probably just do, like, 1 or 2, a ratio of 1 to 2. So, not 1 to 2. 3 to 1 or 3 to 2 is what I meant. And this commentary is really bad because I have nothing to talk about, because I am just trying to get this pre-recorded so I don't have to make videos on my birthday when my brother's here. Because my brother, I love him, but we moved across the state. He stayed over there with my grandparents, so I don't get to see him that often anymore, but I miss him because I love him. So I think that's actually pretty good. Like, that would sit pretty well in a food packet. So it's nice. I'm actually going to check on these, and they still haven't really bled through, which is surprising to me, like the ones I put on the paper. But now I'm going to take some of this, and I made way more than I meant to, but I guess that's what happens when you put in 3 spoonfuls. So I think this is a 1 to 3 ratio. Not sure. It's anywhere from 1 to 3 to 3 to 10. So that's, I kind of lost track. I probably should have been keeping track, but whatever. Mix this in. See how it looks. And since I don't have any, like, really nice bowls, like, with really high sides, I have to mix really slowly and carefully most of the time, so. But hopefully I'm getting a stack in Sarah, and then I'll be able to use her bowl for them, and it'll work pretty well, I hope. So, that's not bad. So, it's not completely mixed in yet, and it is still pretty clear, but it's not bad. So, I might actually save this in, like, a bag or something. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video and you actually made it all the way through, please click like and subscribe, because I have 1 subscriber right now, and that's actually like my other channel, so kind of embarrassing. But hey, some of my other videos are up to like 8 last I checked, 8 views. Still no likes not from anybody but me, but you know, whatever. But seriously, put something in the comments. I want to interact with you guys. Only 1 person has commented on any of my videos. And now that that sadness is over, thanks for watching. See you later.